After the drama of San Marino and MotoGP's closest finish in over 3 years, we've moved from Misano to MotorLand Aragon for round 15. The title's on the line and extra spice thrown in with the return of Marc Marquez. It's time for MotoGP. This is the moment many of us were not expecting to see potentially until the 2023 MotoGP World Championship. What do you say? The king is back on the throne, the show is back in town, whatever. Marc Marquez, and this is a sight that's great to see for fans all around the world. He is back in competitive action.
Marc Marquez immediately back in the groove and mentally back engaged with MotoGP once again. With that first run in the morning, he was clearly very much encouraged and ready to go out on track and do as many laps as possible. But the big thing for Marc Marquez this weekend, obviously, will be to see how he pulls up tomorrow from a busy day of track time today, and just physically how he's going to feel as he goes through the weekend.
Cool damage, Wolf. That was Marquez. Big moment for him, wasn't it? Coming through turn 17. And look what was happening as well. Before he had that scare, he was going to be, where else? P1. He's back. He's back. An excellent return to action for the 8 times world champion who finishes in P8 at the end of play on day one. Well, there it is. The smile is back on the face of Marc Marquez. Chop and change here. Late drama coming in the final 3 minutes of this second practice session here in Aragon. Jorge Martin then, he comes through the final corner. Look at the time that Martin's got in his pocket. What about Fabio Quartararo as well? There is the world champion out of the final corner. He comes. Quartararo does indeed go top. A brilliant 147.476 from him is immediately bettered though by Martin.
Impressive job from local boy Jorge Martin. And then you jump down to Johan Zarco. What jumps out at me is he's done that on that new chassis, which he's, which they've obviously taken from the Misano test that he's trying.
There's a really fast crash then at the end of the back straight. That's a crash of around 340 kilometers an hour when you're sort of 6 gear pinned on these 300 horsepower MotoGP bikes. We're on board then with Aleix Espargaro now. In he goes into turn number 16.
Way out wide.
Just way out wide, wasn't he? Way out wide. I'm surprised there potentially he didn't just sort of pick it up there and just run straight on, but he still continued tipping in and down he went. There's obviously a bit of a whack there on the left leg. The left knee he went for pretty quickly. It's Aleix Espargaro again then, so for the second time on Free Practice Friday here in MotorLand Aragon, Aleix Espargaro, who's third in the MotoGP World Championship this year, has taken a tumble. Eventful day to say the least, hasn't it, for Aleix Espargaro? When all's said and done, 13th place, he'd have certainly expected to have been a lot higher than that, maybe not the one off the head of the three and then been inside the top three. But 2 crashes have been the story of the day for Aleix Espargaro. Careful, Fabio. Doesn't want to start this round 15 with a tip-off at slow speed, albeit down through that reverse corkscrew, just missing his braking marker there, easily done. It's a common mistake this around this almost bang on 5 kilometre Aragon circuit. And Fabio Quartararo then a bit of a head shake in the braking zone on the factory Yamaha in the first corner. Quartararo 8th place for him at the moment with a 149.085. There's a glimpse then of that new factory Yamaha chassis, which Fabio Quartararo certainly clicked with immediately when he tested it in Misano a couple of weeks ago. Yamaha quick to react as well. There is the world champion out of the final corner. He comes. Quartararo does indeed go top. A brilliant 147.476 from him is immediately bettered though by Martin. An outstanding job by Quartararo. Second. And we welcome back Joan Mir, the 2020 MotoGP World Champion. Of course, he missed the last race in Misano with a fracture in his right ankle, some ligament damage as well after his horrendous first lap high side in Austria. Cheer! Whoa! Welcome back, Joan Mir. Big rear tyre slide for the 2020 World Champ there, going through turn number 7.
Alex Rins, this will be a boost to his confidence. You can see already the pace that he's got at the moment. Underneath him, a former winner, and here, of course, Alex Rins in 2020, holding off Alex Marquez in that nail-biting finish.
Alex Rins, actually, on the factory Suzuki, has gone top with a 147.665. He was directly behind Bagnaia, picking up some perfect slipstream there on the GSX-RR, and Rins then, born and bred, wasn't he, just a short distance away from this Aragon circuit. He'll have a lot of support from his family and friends here this weekend. He now leads with a 147.665. 6 races for the factory Suzuki team. to try and recover their early season glories, really. I mean, let's not forget this man was the joint world championship leader after round 5 in Portimao. Then the wheels came off in rather spectacular fashion, including, of course, their slump coinciding really with the announcement, surprise announcement that Suzuki were withdrawing at the end of the season. Here's Alex Rins, the picture-perfect riding style from the silky smooth Spaniard. Although, as he said that, he gets a little bit loose from that rear tyre coming through turn 17. Alex Rins over the line. No improvement from him. He stays third.
Hi, it's Jorge Martin here. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to keep up to date with future content.